you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Watson going up top and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Jackson. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man, complete. 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 88 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They come in as the 3 seed, and this will very likely the last home game of the season for them, even if they win this one. But while they wanted one of those top 2 spots, they're still in a pretty good position.
They are, and let's face it, any team that gets into the playoffs, as far as I'm concerned, they're in a good position because they're doing what the rest of the league wants. A lot of people are sitting at home watching them. But you made a good point. Everyone is vying for one of the top 2 spots. You get an opening, you get a week off. You have to play that opening week, and then you get a chance to collect yourself and see how everything else falls. But all in all, number 3 spot, they'll take it and run with it.
Yeah, maybe they get a win here and get some momentum. On the ground, this is Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Now Jackson on first down. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Cunningham coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson, and he finds Tyler Kroft. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the draw. Here's Johnson. And he's got this down to the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Johnson. A second broken tackle, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. The Texans with a first opportunity now from the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Watson. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Tyler Kroft there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half.
First and goal, forget running the football, forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with a pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's a definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think first and goal from the one, you're thinking running play.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Jackson going to throw again. Buying time to his left. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Ingram. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
We got 4. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense. 56. 56. Check 56. Not today, you are.
From the gun on third down. Jackson flushed out right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter. They're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming...
No, possession's on. Possession's on.
Touchdown.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes up. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Ingram. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, they'll run with Ingram. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Ravens.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Being chased out left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. There's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Calais Campbell on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Watson. Screenplay, Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And that will come the offense as they take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is Jackson. To throw again. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there. But now it'll be 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Ziggy Ansah able to get him for a loss of about 3. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now it's Jackson stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. J.J. Watt in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really...
This fielded at the 2. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Johnson on the counter. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Johnson. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Texans on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw, Watson. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. Here's Watson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. From 3 yards out. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Crosby with the extra point, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. Right now, Charles, this is the drive of the season. You're on the road here in the playoffs. It's put up or shut up. They need points.
This is where you have to come together as a team, as you just noted, on the road. So that means they've carried that mentality with them throughout. Hey, we've got to go on the road. We've got to rely on ourselves, right? Focus, yet still find the fun in it. How great is this, guys? Look at the spot we're in right now. And then go to your top players, call them the plays that they run best.
Yeah, sort of controlling their own destiny, but this place has been loud. Not going to be easy. A well-executed 22-yard gain. From the gun, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sliding out of the pocket. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On 2nd down, it's Ingram. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll run here with Ingram. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Jackson to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So nothing of importance there, just the season on the line, and he puts it home to likely get him through to the division round.
If you're a fan, you're watching this one with your hands over your eyes. But if you're a kicker, that's what you practice for all season long. And this one was never in doubt.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Well, one win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on...
Y'all already know what time it is, huh?